so refined. Ice and wine, ice and wine. Me love how you flow your waistline. You know how I feel like a
already. Good afternoon, Freetown. Good afternoon, Sierra Leone. Welcome to another edition of Sports Center on True Talk Radio 98.5 FM and also on our Facebook page, True Talk FM. You also the watch we now we YouTube channel. Me to bring the program this afternoon na Ishmail Saidu Kanu. As I say, you can say the comments on our Facebook page, True Talk FM. Well, inside the program this afternoon, we want to talk about Leon Stars. We all know say Leon Stars gets the last two matches now the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Waiting at the chances for qualify and waiting at the preparation for make sure say the team will succeed. I get with me at the studios Eric Batilo Fumba, we the head the communications and PR units na National Sport Authority NSA can tell you how they don't prepare. And also inside the program, Kai Kamara will return to international football as person. We no left and no retire, but he don't return back. Waiting and aiming for Leon Stars and the camp. We will also talk planning inside the program. And the English Premier League will continue this weekend as the big game on Sunday between Chelsea and Arsenal. All that and more inside the program this afternoon with Ishmail Saidu Kanu. We'll go for this break. We'll talk to Eric Fumba. Welcome back to Sports Center on True Talk Radio 98.5 FM and our Facebook page True Talk FM and also now our YouTube channel. Me now Ishmail Saidu Kanu. Today we want to talk about Leon Stars. Of course, they left 2 matches at the African Cup of Nations qualifiers, and Sierra Leone gets 2 crucial games there against Chad and Zambia. If Sierra Leone win all 2 matches, then they will actually stand chance for qualify to Morocco 2025. Well, our preparation on go so far, and when the team they left for go inside Ivory Coast to go play their first game, their 5th game, against Chad, and also Campus Zambia. Now, like I get with me Eric Batilo Fumba with the Communication Department, now the National Sports Authority. And Eric, good afternoon. Welcome to Sports Center on Two Talk Radio.
Good afternoon, Ishmael. Good afternoon, listeners, and good afternoon, viewers. It's a pleasure for the very first time, at least for the rollout activities around the NSA, the Leon Stars, and sport generally across the country.
Yes. So we can't talk about Leon Stars because we're very key next week. We will know whether Leon Stars will make out to Morocco. But let me talk about developmental stuff that will only happen so far at the National Sport Authority. Which you want to start with? I must say plenty things they go.
To be very candid, if I say catalog the development of the NSA, especially in the last 7 months, 23 days today, those activities are so plenty that we don't get exhausted. However, I would try to summarize a very few. And before summarizing it, being at the career for the first time, it will be important for us we share back that Dr. Imade Zafar was appointed on the 9th April, but he resumed office. He starts for work on the 15th April. So from that time to now, it's about 7 months, 23 days exactly today. He carried the NSA with 7 mantra for developed sports. Where you get for do with transparency, accountability, you get for do with capacity building, you get for do with 30% minimum gender, say government act the gender bill. You also get for do with restructuring the NSC itself and several other things there. So among the 7, you go out for know which one don't do. I've also tell you say for the first time in the history of NSC, 5-6 years down the line, this is the very first time 4 staff members of the NSA currently they are the People's Republic of China also they undergo capacity training or capacity building. Among the 4, 3 of them now woman them and 1 man, and this is happening for the first time. It's also interesting for those say the executive director don't extend several opportunities to all the staff of the NSA across the country. So sometimes some opportunities then they call we devolve staff officer they will allocate to the 22 councils, be it from Kenma, be it from Karina, be it from Mo, be it from Bonds, be it from Wamba, be it from Tonkolili, anywhere in this country that there is an opportunity. This one we don't reserve them for you. And so owing to that fact, plenty of people don't serve the sports sector for over years. They say don't come out for beginning for testify say yes, they are beginning to gain from this. It don't succeed for restructure the NSA secretariat of SSF as a secretariat. And when I say restructure, you also remember say as an agency we operate 24 hours around the clock. We not be done the get standby generator even before this time. So they only rely on the NPA. So when like on the work they almost come to a standstill. Yes. So we don't able to cross that part, and they don't do a lot of restructuring. And because of the restructuring, and they talk about we start there across the 22 councils across this country. I'll also take you to the one way beyond the happen, way beyond the make international representation for take sports beyond Sierra Leone to the southern part of the continent. You go Namibia, you go Zimbabwe, also be deliver public lectures on sport law, sport governance, and the rest. And during part of the activity, then he also don't serve as a moral guarantor for the African traditional sport games. We Nasalo they provide the president for the first time as a federation with Sierra Leone as a small West African country. With 7 to 8 million people, who they provide leadership for over the 53 other countries on the continent in the person of Chief Michael Shamsu Mustafa. Owing to that fact, because of interaction with UNESCO, when they be provide the first funding for the training will be take place in Turkey for the African traditional games. As I talk to, also gladly for inform with the listeners and viewers in the sport law, in fact that UNESCO don't give an initial seed money of $11,000. We NSA facilitator that money get for go to the University of Sierra Leone for let them start running programs or courses we get for do with African traditional games, because 2026 we get forget the maiden edition of that way Namibia get for host. And again, it's important for a lot of people to know so that Sierra Leone they get the hosting rights for them games then they. So 2026 Namibia go host and 2028 Zimbabwe go host and for long enough for embed that into new academic activities, UNESCO don't give an initial seed money of $11,000 for the for University of Sierra Leone for let them start African traditional games, you know. So it's also important we speak to that.
So before you go for let's talk about these traditional games. Waiting at them games here we being for implement.
Alright, so Ishmael go agree with me say most of the games where they go take part either in Commonwealth Games or Olympic Games, these games are really not true reflection of Africa. You can agree with me. Somebody be telling by joke, he say it's the only game where Africa game. How do they call it? Is it cricket? He said that in the form of buskidi, like
yes.
It's in the form of buskidi because it's about throwing and somebody get from that the objects go, you try for catch up where you get similarity, although they are not exactly the same. So if you want for relate that, you go say this one is similarity, but they don't modify. But apart of that, call one game where they play an Olympic or you call it the Olympic game where you get Africa. So the essence of this African traditional game, that for long we self come together as Africans, now identify things and we need dignify with African heritage, with culture. So they might not be exactly the same, but they get a lot of similarities. So if you come where I go Nigeria, the final say then they play games that will resemble to Sierra Leone. If you come where I go South Africa, they are resemble. So the essence of this is the 2025 edition. It might start with 5 to 10 games across Africa. So what they therefore do, they don't set a secretariat around that. They therefore send an MOU to all the African countries for them to identify their own games then where they know so they're comfortable for play for the African games. So by the time all of this submission on come inside, the expert then consider now they scrutinize them. That okay, there are a lot of similarities in all the submission. One particular game or two particular games, it cuts across almost. Then they begin develop them, begin harmonize them. After that harmonize them, send back the feedback to the respective countries, and after that they therefore now call them to seminars, so they therefore develop the codes, the rules, the regulations, how goals can be scored, the costume for all of them games. Then so as I talk, even at South Africa, the University of Cape Town, they said they work very hard. Maputo University, so a lot of academics don't begin now come on board for do research around this African traditional games. But speaking to a question, we're for talking about we games where they play. You go agree with me, and you go know, and people that they listen or when they watch, they go now know saying when it's more either you play touch in the court, out of the court, you play buskidi, you play cisco, you get play gege, tita2, so you get several of them games a day. Yeah. And then games that they in our own days we play them for pleasure sake. But under the new dispensation, you now not plan for commercialization. What do I mean by that? So if somebody they carry out, somebody they carry away, you know, say very good for play adai. After the team don't go across the country for identify people. One will say that for me the simplest identification for people because people are there naturally. So sometimes they play like village for just enjoyment for pleasure sake. Now they come to that free turn, they part of the national team. Government begin take care of you, put in a 5-star hotel, feed you, put in a plane, move with you out of this country, go overseas. Government give you money. Then if you go at international stage, you go win. You are getting medal, you are getting trophy, you are getting laurels, you are getting financial resources, and then you are getting the global recognition. So in actual sense, the game that will be the play for enjoyment under the dispensation. You don't get for me for enjoyment again. Now we don't commercialize the game anymore. So I mean, it get for me something massive and something. It get for me something. It get for me new.
So someone to play games in the two. What's if one take it to the international level?
That is what we are saying.
Or just one for do a normal within your African country.
So if you go to most of the combat sports, you will find out say they originated from Asia. Most of the Asia countries they're good at combat sports, which is why they go by the big game and then they win almost all of them. So because they don't accept at their continental level at Asia, they were able to make a presentation that then give them the final they take them to Olympic. Subsequently they adopt them. So let's see how we can start it. Let's see how we can consolidate it. It's about we starting it, maybe run a 1 or 2 or 3 consecutive time. I mean with a successful achievement then recorded in then games and then we can able for me presentation to the IOC that listen, Africa as one of the biggest continents in the world, yeah, we don't come together, these are our own games. So when you now go play Olympic, if for instance say Africa themselves will be dominated in winning medals in a particular game, whether game they will strength and then they get their weight. Just like the Asians, they get weight in the combat sports. Each time you go by the Olympic Games, the combat sports are mostly won by the Asians because they get the outget. The European they get the outside they get the outget. But Africa also will trade them. Inside also they put more of athletics, long distance or medium distance. But that is not to all parts of the Africa, but just the East Africa. So it's good that we come together, we identify win games there, present them to the IOC, they become part of the international game, the world biggest sporting game. So at the end of the day, we say, Sierra Leone don't win, Adai, Sierra Leone don't win medal in this, Sierra Leone don't win, Ghana don't win, this other country don't win. That is our own.
So why are they target the university?
We they target university because you get to do something with research. You get to do research. You know, research cannot be done by anybody. It get to be done by academic. So if you want to do that, they research them very well. It is important they take them to university. But now you come to getting the raw material. If I would say, if you want to really get the raw material, we can even get them more in Frita. I'm not saying they're not in Frita, but if you want to get post weights, I will play Adai. Suppose I will play Ludo, skipping rope, right? And the case may be, go down to the provinces. Because the reason for that, they have a space that they compound. After in the evening, they don't come out of farm, they can say, "Look, can do this and we are." But if you want to do this in Frita, either you landlord they tell you, say, "No, this game will only take get noise." So even the environment cannot allow you Frita here. So naturally, if you want to get them, go down to the provinces, you can get them because they are there, they are raw, they are sets. That's what they do every day. Even though they do them for pleasure, say. But once you go add value into it, you will see thousands of people coming up. We will easily identify them, put them on a professional course. And the universities are coming in because they go down develop the code of conduct, the rules of the game, then we can take up from that point.
Right, so now they collaborate with all the other African countries.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
As it is, the last go then go where the president Samson Mustafa and the NSA executive to go. I think out of the 54 countries, 35 to 37 be able to subscribe to this idea.
Because I mean, they ask all the African countries.
Well, you cannot get all. Okay. It is our aim to get the 54, but if you don't get more than 34, 35 to 37, it's a good start. And the process is still ongoing. A lot don't manifest their interest. Zimbabwe, for example, don't manifest their interest. In fact, they're even wishing for begin for send some financial, commitment towards that. So, the process is ongoing.
So we get Sierra Leone and local games them. Get you see 35 or so African countries them. When they take all the games them, they wanna bring them to.
That is what I'm saying.
All.
That's what I'm saying.
Plenty games.
So what thing get for happen? It is possible the game Sierra Leone, Guinea, Liberia, and Ivory Coast they play because they are the same region, sub-region, Mano River, we have a lot of similarity.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go to the East Africa, they have their own games, so you get a lot of similarity. If you go to the North Africa, they have their own games, so you get plenty similarities. So where all the countries don't supply the games then, the expert they can consider which of them games they get similarity we cut across. They think they say, okay, this could be 1, this could be 2, this could be 3. Which one they will come on our West Africa, but you not come on East Africa, you not come where, but you not come where. They identify them. So at the end of the day, let's say we have thousands of games. They'll say, okay, first edition, let's start with 5. This 5 cuts across. Second edition, let's start with 8. This 8 year cuts across. So as they go along, they increase the number. They increase the number until such a time when the games are going to become uniform across the country. Okay,
let's talk about the stadium quickly because I see the NSA boss been go do inspection, and for the past 3 years or 4, the stadium don't do under construction or rehabilitation, if I can put that already, by the Chinese people. So it's not the latest and when. Because the last time we said we'll give part of the stadium in November, we're in November of the past, so and next year I don't know when they will give the entire facility to government. When are the latest we cancelled and within the NSA was being opened?
Alright, so the latest is that as I talk with colleagues in the stadium right now, we said the part of one of the committees we for only at the stadium for monitor, waiting they sign the contract and waiting the Chinese don't do whether I speak to the contract. That is what we are supposed to do as I talk, like I said, with colleagues and lady. So the latest is that the artificial turf have been laid, that the participate. As of this day, they don't fix one of the goalposts, the floodlights. The Chinese don't write to officially say they want for play a test friendly match with the NSA, so that they will see how the turf laid down, whether that's the actual. Just so that we'll be very clear on this.
Did they play?
I'm a very good player.
Okay.
I'm a fantastic player. I scored one of the powerful goals against SPW when Ministry of Sports and NSA combined. That goal still remains for me the highlights.
Okay.
Yeah. I also provide the assist for the Minister of Sport there here later. So I'm a very good player.
You play well.
Yes. So just to make progress on that, the last part of the visit to Obodi, ED began for me can very clear. Gentlemen, we've given awards to the people of this country. I don't go on television, I don't go on radio, I'm on record at this stadium. Most of the facilities therefore be handed over by end of November. Are we still clear on that? In the words of the Chinese, yes. The facilities like the practices field, the stadium hostels, the swimming pool, the basketball, the tennis, the volleyball, those facilities therefore be handed over by end of November to first week or at most second week December. Okay. The reason for that is most of the furniture for the stadium hostess we don't on the way for camp, and when they can get for take time for clear them from the key before they reach. So that might be the reason why likely the extension to November to December. Otherwise we are very clear on that, and that is why we are going there for check them facility. Then the rest of the other facilities including the main bowl will be handed over sometimes 2025. It might be the second or the third quarter. I can't be very clear on that now, because again for do with changing the entire city we be done at the stadium, and for pull on the all for try for count new and fixer again for take time, again for take processing. So part of them processing again for do with international bidding, again for bid whether get the best and seat they will want, all that again for take time. So that one they go come by next year. But all the other components, the component facilities, then they will be handed over in this year.
Okay, so next year, without any fail, we'll get the stadium. People will use close to 2026. Stadium will be
all things remain equal. All things remain equal. Very sure, very very well. And in fact, if we're not ready this year, for let people begin using, but not for us still meet the benchmark for meet FIFA and CAF. So even if you do all what they're supposed to do, if you not meet that benchmark, we're not for us still qualify. Which means you will not make no progress. So because of that, for let meet that level, I make the draw. If I will go, they will ask a lot of questions. We'll ask questions about the media side, the tribunal, a lot of questions, because even the dressing room, they want change from a previous location in the dressing room to somewhere else, and we question that no, this should not be done. This dressing room, either the tunnel under the VIP seat, or either the opposite side or the field, whether they come right from that point they can assemble. But if we go pull on somewhere around by the other entrance by the cemetery, we say no, this is not acceptable. And so we make a lot of observations, and we don't bring that, we don't catalog the observation, and these are our observations, and we don't want it this way. Yes, we are the end user, therefore we should be having stake in what we want to happen with the parts of best practice. Also, the good thing is they don't make provision for brothers that are physically challenged, when they're not able to go up the stand. They have their own seat, they have their own stand where they make down, so you don't need to go up for struggle. They can, yes, they can be seated right down there. So
alright, so question I do, low city stadium don't be handed over to owner, everything don't be handed over to owner. Make sure say we don't get all the activities that will happen, because that stadium they get crusade, they get launching, but they get everything that happen inside the main bowl. What's in the plans for make sure say they maintain this particular one?
Alright, so first of all, like I say, we get committees when they work on that. So the committee don't they develop policies for the stadium. Okay. So one of the policies, in fact, we just do it by the end of this month. The NSC get for come out to the public. Also we'll go for catalog payment plan. So let's say first of all, we'll get two plans. One to privatize the stadium, which is the first plan. But before they privatize the stadium, we see as a still one for run for a period of 1 year. So we don't run for 1 year. We'll be able to know the expected income where they come, the challenges, the maintenance culture. So if we know the privatizer, we do not come up from a position of strength. We don't do a lot of research. We get for the 2 but those conversations are still ongoing. So the practices feed immediately done. They get for the out to the public for rent. Okay. Yeah. The last time the Premier League board go to tell us the practice fee go be ready. They get floodlight, so you want play games, na net to go play. So you go find out say you want for play 2 games, but they go play. One play in the evening, late in the evening, one play at night. If you put on some man you don't come over, you say, well, I'll go watch this game. Relax, yes. So there's a provision for that. But all that nigga for count it cost. How much do you pay for 1 hour for the use of the practice fee? How much do you pay for 2 hours? How much do you pay for 1 month? If you want to pay for 1 month, how much do you pay for 1 week? How much do you pay quarterly? How much do you pay yearly? Because some team they go carry, they say no, we want for pay for the whole year. We charge when they pay, they are not giving that money physically. Go and pay into the bank account, you bring the receipts, we make the payment plan give you. If we don't tell you say it is 1 hour, you are starting 8 to 9. If you can't start 15 after 8, you go for trainer for 45 minutes because you don't neglect your own time. So therefore be very strict when it comes to compliance with timing. And you also therefore make provision for community sports, school sports, university sports, institutional sports. Let's say for example Slack come together and say no, we're not partner with NSA, one for go do sports. Now that's stadium day. How much do you charge them? Can it be the same? Is it money making sport? Is it just come for make fun? So you have to consider other factors in there. But like I say, there's a policy on that, and that policy will come out as soon as possible. The same thing applicable to the stadium hostess. Somebody team that will come from the provinces. National team will go there. How you don't forget discount to the provincial teams there? How you don't forget give discounts to the Premier League clubs there? How you don't forget discount to sport personality? You don't forget launch for 1 or 2 weeks. You don't forget discount. How you don't forget runner. So we don't do a lot of research around that. And now the policy, when the policy come out, it will speak to all of these
the
things.
stadium hostels, as you mentioned, it's like everybody being DD, some people.
It's not going to be like that.
So office they also be DD.
It's not going to be like that.
Okay.
It's not going to be like that. All the facilities that stadium get for be NSA main source of revenue generation. It get for me with main source of revenue generation. And if that is the case, you cannot make it that way. Somebody for no say, if you go nowadays in blue, for example, if you go to hotel 510, or you get for go na Buffet Hotel, when you get the same facilities like the National Stadium, also it at the city center, also get enough parking space, enough security, what's not a problem. So if you go under, you know they go negotiate. Why you get for car for begin negotiate? What a category of concession, because it's a sport facility, concession therefore be given to sport people. What I say sport people, it be a technical person, it be administrator, it be somebody. Let's say the secretary general for the supposed to pay, let's say 500,000, maybe go give concession to 400,000 as the case may be, because it's there for long day for sport and sport related activity, and then you get for day, those are the concession. Otherwise, we may frown at any other thing. The issue of crusade, the issue of album launching, as it is, we will never capture that in our program at all, not because we no one for think of that, we no one for entertain that, we no one for encourage that, because football facility or sport facility should be and must be maintained or used for that purpose entirely. No one for discuss that to that level, but as it is now, all the conversation we think of now around sports, nothing else but sports.
Not to any kind.
The main goal will not be the only Premier League games that we go play at the main bowl that a high class matches. That's it. That is it. These are high class matches where they expect for get a huge turnout. Where they practice field where you get about 1,000 to 2,000 seats per video, no give back accommodator. So in that kind of case, then they get for give concession. Other than that, the main bowl is going to be reserved for international matches, be it female, be it under 17, be it under 20, be it CHAN or national team. That is our hope that the main bowl could be reserved for that purpose.
So inside on a policy, on also factor how for maintain
exactly. If we not even capture that day, or by that, it is inside the contract agreement what we sign with the Chinese, the maintenance culture. So which is why they even go for down the stadium. They go for the around for a number of years in terms of the maintenance, and they go for also train certain people around that. In fact, they will not request that we need for send 2 people in China for go study stadium management, how to manage stadium in terms of the facility maintenance. So the stadium manager and some other person get for go China for like say 6 months purely for study that. And if you don't go get that capacity, it is when you return, you go know exactly how to manage stadium.
Alright, let's not talk about the facility now, because the last time on social media, how I don't abandon the facility, and I get on to you, you tell me say in fact then they meet and then they try for walk around and they not the latest on this.
Yes, stadium. It was maybe now we'll go back, now we'll do some retrospect. It was not abandoned. When you say abandoned, it's a different.
No, I say so then see
that's what I'm speaking to.
Yeah.
Because they said that and I've seen that, so I guess we go we not abandon the stadium. If as of that time, when that publication got out, a team of NSC headed by the corporate man, like Alice say, and the HR, they were a bowl meeting with the staff. Yes, I agree say there were issues that at that time they want for strike for whatever, but by the time that information came, I tell you, as in before this information they come, meeting with the staff. And I don't know the meeting, the result, meeting they go for result. One of these days, I don't go through, they say, somebody can say this, they don't, that's what they do, but now they don't brush out. you see how we find. The fact of the matter is, even before that publication, we see gonna go. The NSA executive director when they do the facility talk, and we don't hide the story. It become very clear to the public that the Bo Stadium is in bad shape. He made that very, very clear. The Bo Stadium was constructed 2024, so this year making it 10 years. So 10 years down the line, there has been no maintenance from the Chinese. No maintenance. And some of the things they will also discover, either because the work was not properly monitored, yeah. So some of the materials when they use at the stadium, I don't want to say it's substandard, but they to that high level standard, as the case may be. So owing to that fact, also couple the fact that 10 years down the line, if you build host 10 years, maintenance, what did they expect out of that host? You therefore expect cracks, and therefore occur, the draining, therefore occur. So we will catalog that and present that to the people of this country. And we said no quas. And we also make us say for fix the Bo Stadium, it therefore cost the government and people of this country huge amounts of money. Then a capital intensive for put the Bo Stadium to that kind of really, really top to that level. And the other thing we go apart from what we use right now, not only the Bo Stadium for host multi-sports. All the facilities in our home, the coordination fee, Babadi Camara, South Arena, we don't put a fantastic stadium now. This stadium, they don't get that kind of facility for whole multi-sports. You know the Tata track, you never tennis, you never basketball, you never this. Only Bo Stadium get that facility. On arguably the only one outside free throw. So it is important that we keep attention. Really.
Okay, all right, we'll come back to your former in the possibility of the media. Radio 98.5 Facebook page, Twitter, FM, and also YouTube channel. We are Ishmael Saidu Kanu. Welcome back to Sports Center on Two Talk Radio 98.5 FM. Mina Ishmail Saidu Kanu, and I get with me Eric Patilu Fumba from the National Sport Authority. Eric, we outline some other things they will not already do. If we can talk about the youngsters, we not some of the other plans them or activities we will not roll out at the National Sport Authority.
Alright, so like I say, we activities. By the time they concentrate to the it will take time for long come where. So we also as it is the last board meeting, the executive director make a very clear and make recommendation to the board for recruitment of several people to occupy several vacant positions. So as it is, in the final say, it is a department at the NSA, and we don't get this glory call that the media wing supposed to be a directorate, considering the fact that it's a national office. You get plenty people even at the department, and get plenty you get for the country. So a recommendation has been made for 2 directorate positions to be created, director of finance and director of media respectively, and several other positions you get for do with disability decks, gender deck, because right now we don't get gender, and it is very attentive, very key when it comes to gender issue. And one thing that we know they really compromise that. So in the next coming days, coming weeks, we will see advertisement around that. And the executive director also through EU initiative supported by the minister would be able to save this country over $70,000 by merely taking new stars matches from Morocco to Liberia. When they play game now of Morocco, it costs government huge amounts of money, and it deprives Sierra Leone not for go white because not so man for go pay flight tickets, hotel accommodation and the like. So when they take the Blue Star games from to Liberia, which is close down anymore, people go there on their own. Then they put fear and Moscow and go there. Liberia sellers almost
$70,000
over $70,000 for a single game where they host.
Wow.
So if you multiply the number of games who don't play in Liberia under the tomorrow, so the fans also don't save the government. That's these are some of the things, and that's the ED can talk about value for money. When they talk about value for money, and whatever money they spend, that money they forget value. We also provide air tickets for both Rangers and Eastern Lions respectively for honor their CAF features they for go play. This is happening for the first time in this country, and the background to that, if we don't be the main sponsor for the Sierra Leone Premier League, we don't get 2 qualifiers. It is also important that we provide support for them to let them represent we at international. It was going to also be extended to Montgomery Queen if they don't qualify. So that's it now, another achievement we don't do over the years. And then we don't also establish a working relationship with the sports body in this country as WASA by way of review with partnership or with MOU with them, because sports and media, they are interrelated and intertwined. One will go without the other. In fact, there is this debate where you say which one they promote which one, because for every news media they say sport news, sport is coming. Then for every athlete we go do where the media they can interview, so which one really complement the other one? There's this debate that is ongoing around that. But the fact of the matter, you don't go able to do sport without media, and media don't go without sport. So what for continue with that healthy working relationship with the sport body. We don't talk about the African traditional game and a couple of other issues we don't actually do.
Okay. And now let's talk about Leon Stars. The Leon Stars gets 2 crucial games then. Very crucial. We then games then the somebody say Leon Stars are qualifying. It didn't have their own hands. Other people in the say even if Leon Stars win them 2 games, then if other result not go their way or the certain score line, they're not going to still qualify. Even at that, NSA now the body responsible for make sure say Leon Stars go play them games here. So it's not the preparation and waiting on they happen for make sure say them fixtures they also be honored and motivation they for win them.
Alright, so I also agree with you. They say the state of Leon Stars of Sierra Leone that we don't have for qualify will not depend to nobody. All we need for doing is for love winning 2 matches. When you don't win in 2 matches, automatically the other result will they say depends on the other result. One of them is on in the dinner we have. So if you don't win now, meaning you don't qualify. So there's no 2 way to that, yeah. So part of the motivation, in fact this is also the part of our achievement. The Leon Star coaches we are paid on quarterly basis. But the ED said no, it's unfair. If we can't work every month, government will pay on monthly basis. these people don't employ them. It is good I will pay them on monthly basis. That is even how you'll be able to get hold of them. That's even how you'll be able to access them more. So we don't change them from quarterly payment to monthly payment. With that in itself, that's where the motivation starts. Because if the coaches, the technical people are not motivated, the rest of them will do no cause motivation. Now, before we go play the last set of match day 3 and 4 respectively, I said to myself, I tell all the media where I go, I said we'll go for qualifying this group. I said however we'll go for struggle. That's what it means. I said we're right now struggling. We don't play 2 matches, we get 1 point, we'll be the top. I said this is part of struggling. And this struggle will therefore continue until the last game they play. But one thing I can say for sure, I will continue to say we have to qualify, I will must qualify. There's no two way to that. The last time Leo Stars qualified, we qualified with 7 points. Nigeria will be top the group, was 12 points. We qualified with 7 points. In a group of this nature where they play, a minimum point of 7 to 8, you don't guarantee automatic qualification. Yeah? You don't qualify, you don't show of automatic qualification. Either on head-to-head aggregate or goal difference or whatever. But you don't get 7 to 8 to 9 points, you are sure that you don't qualify. If you never qualify from that angle, you are coming as one of the best losers. Because no other best loser are not going to be possible for them to get more than 10 points. It's not possible. We don't need to follow this game for long. So now, as it is, we got 4 points and we got 2 matches for play. Well, you would say on paper, we are better placed than Chad on paper. Though football, not look at that. We can't beat the number 1 team in Africa with all the don't cover win Nations Cup. That would have the first team we don't beat them. That was really, really, really incredible performance from our boys. We not only win them, but we take the game to them. And the game we go lost to them inside San Pedro, we all see it was poor officiating. That was the key factor. Every other factor we cannot take out, but the key factor was poor officiating. You cannot award 3 penalties in the same match. It's unacceptable. You know very well. It is completely unacceptable. But it happened that way. But the good thing is we share the points. They had 3 points, we had 3 points. So in football, once Sierra Leone beats Ivory Coast with all the pedigree, with all the kind of player they get for now bank on that victory, that winning mentality. If we can beat Ivory Coast, who else will not go beat now this group? That's the angle. That's the determination. That's the motivation I need to go with. If we don't beat Ivory Coast, which other team now this group will not go beat? And so the two can say the match against Chad and a mistake. Indeed, it was a mistake. We play, we dominate, we do everything, but the luck not be we say on that day. So playing against Chad, we are almost playing in an away land. We go for playing Chad inside Ivory Coast. We're not to the go, not to go. If I win, I'm not familiar with the territory of Ivory Coast. Yeah, so it's a chance for us. And against Zambia, where I know I don't go for really good qualification against them inside Monrovia, like we did with last match against Benin. So Zambia, there is no two way we go for beat Zambia. And as you know, I had to talk with confidence and relax. There is no two way we go for beat Zambia. So me no say we go for qualify inside this group. Although it go for be tough because these are teams who go for play. You never in football you go for respect the opponent. They go for assemble the best of their own players as we've done with our own squad as well. Now the coaches have done their own bits. They don't pull out the list. And you see the goal puncher in the US, the MLS league, the Kai Camera. They don't make a huge return. That's a very, very big advantage to it as well. Because now look at the Kai, some of equality, the air agility. I mean, say what you may want to say. It don't say will not get a player who won't score with his head. Let's be very frank on that. Let's be very clear on that. I don't know when last any of the players use it for score. Bakayoko, the last goal is scored, right? Apart of that, when. So we need that kind of player with that kind of air agility, that kind of experience. Now they can add to the squad we did already. So I think say with chances for qualify is quality in our hand and we'll therefore make a positive use of that one. Positive use will therefore make use of that day. We'll therefore qualify. And under the executive director Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi, it therefore be a first biggest success for now qualify to AFCON. Not that they don't get 23 gold medals as it is right now for me, don't less than 7 months, within 7 months. 23 gold medals have been recorded. We try to produce the first newsletter for NSF 6 years down the line. The first newsletter therefore come on very, very soon. We will highlight most of the incident day. So when Leaves are qualified, that will be the biggest achievement we don't record again. As a nation, as a country, as people they govern sport at this country. So yes, the challenges are there, but for qualification is most discounted.
So within the NSC they do out in terms of preparation so that we go on the fixtures.
No, the fixture get for be honored. The delegation get for left on Monday. On Monday, the delegation get for left. Again, when I say the delegation, the players are not coming from one locality. So for example, if somewhere they come on China for camp or Ivory Coast, you get for travel for at least 2 to 3 days for camp. And we can get for rest. So when I say the delegation, the one moving from Sierra Leone, but the one that when they get for come on from overseas, from elsewhere, they have to be there before that time, or some get for camp latest that Monday. As I talk to you, the foreigners are now in Ivory Coast in Abidjan to be very specific, and the SLFA has provided that one. They now they try to do the groundwork, get the hotel set, get arrangements for pickup at the airport to the hotel. Every other thing is now set. So the delegation will be leaving on Monday, and from here to Ivory Coast is a very short flight, and so not to say you get for go merry-go-round from here to Ivory Coast, and then we'll prepare for the home match.
And the game they play on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, yeah.
Why not left before Monday?
I mean.
No, the man exhaust.
I love to say, it just like it's somewhere they come where I go Guinea by road, by flight. From here to Guinea is 25-minute drive. Okay. Then if I get game Monday, that's I go Tuesday. I don't get anything for it. There's no fatigue around that.
So how much people when they go?
As it is, I'm not going to able to say. The reason why I'm not going to able to say, and no official it, verify it, and until information is verified, I don't can talk about, because if I can't talk about before the boys they put out, it's like I'll be curried. I don't know how to be curried.
Alright, so Leon Stars, this qualification, the last time talks the ED talks will win games now, and then they get the bonus. So how the NSA ready for motivate the players? Because as me they talk the qualification then the players they want. We think the NSA they do for motivate the players so that they will be able to achieve this.
Alright, so this is not just about NSA motivating the players. So the question I would have loved, what would we do as a country for motivated players?
No, we are forced as NSA.
No, so we force as NSA.
Yes.
We don't always try for tell the boys then say, listen, you are not representing yourself as an individual. You are representing the 7.5 or 8 million people in this country. And you get plenty of Sierra Leone players across the world. So among these players today, if you are so lucky, forget a call for come represent Sierra Leone. That itself, if you take up for be an accomplishment for you, because you get for raise your profile at your club. If you also take that for be something you get for give back. So don't throw that first as a challenge. So sometimes before they motivate someone, they give you a challenge. This is a challenge for you. Yeah. We almost in the last qualification when they qualified, nobody not talk to the first family. Nobody not influence them. After the young decision, they say, okay, now that you guys have made the Sierra Leone people proud, we have to make this for you. They give them pieces of land. They give them $10,000 each. Yeah. So you never can tell waiting the first family gets for the team if they qualify as a team. Talk less of NSA now. Yeah. So
like in England they now say, man, if you are qualified, we will benefit more.
No, they always not say because that's squad they will qualify. I mean, we still get most of them, still get some of them.
Exactly.
Now see Alaji Kamba and Medo Didi, the goalkeeper Fabianski. You get the set of technical people, the assistant coach, the head coach. So they are still there, and then know what team for qualify. They really know what team for qualify. And so the technical people will also tell us, say no, we also want to be part of the history making. Now we qualify that last team. We don't play Nations Cup. So if Mr. can qualify again, so the motivation they come up from various angles, from several angles. Yeah. But in terms of qualification, like I don't tell you, there's no two way we have to qualify to Nations Cup Cameroon 2025. This is why they talk to. This is something put on a diary. And we qualify back. You have to invite me back. See, we are very much confident in the talk. We have to qualify.
Yeah.
We see the game we play against Tripolo Polo. They play 12 matches where they lost all inside Lusaka. Then take me from Lusaka, they can go somewhere where they say then we leave for play with no pressure.
Yes.
And we see by the time we equalize again at 2-2, they begin get the pressure from there until that serious blunder be made from the officials where they cause delay for change. We begin for make they get that 50, so square the score. And we get at the 3 points. But in terms of the play, the ball possession, they know exactly how we play that game. So I think so we get the squad, we get the material, we get the technical people, we get the support from the government of Sierra Leone, we get the support from the people of Sierra Leone, superintended by Madam Minister James Teme and the Executive Director Emmanuel Safabla. I think say we get for qualified to Nations Cup.
So Chad, we played in Liberia, we Sierra Leone host the game and come on 0-0. Chad, no they play, then say no they play in their own country because of the same facility.
Already before they land, Chad just they play now for two things, for pride and for unofficial.
So now they are the same now.
So Chad now qualify.
Youngsters get everything for play for.
Everything.
Now youngsters they go play inside the same Ivory Coast so they play. They lost to the reigning champions. They go play Chad now. And Chad, as you mentioned, on paper, Sierra Leone they up and pass them. Which if you see for happen na that game so that Sierra Leone will win them at all cost. So that now motivation coming into this Zambia game like that.
So we all know say we coach Amidu Bilonka, plenty people they say they don't change the mentality of Leicester play. Plenty people they say they now play attacking football. Plenty people they now say we're not scoring goals. Yeah. So what do we think say we win for Apple against Chad? We need to play attacking football. We take the game to them. We don't sit on the break at all. We don't sit on the defense. We have to take the game to them. In the military terminology, they will say the best way to defend is to attack your opponent. When you attack your opponent, and they repel, they go. And so the more they go, the more they advance. And the more they advance, that the more they increase your chances. So when you continue to attack your opponent in football, you expect a set piece. Through a set piece. Yeah. So when you take the game to your opponent and bring a Kai Kamara, it also don't mean so now you don't get two area man there. Kai Kamara is there and Bakayoko is there. Bakayoko is coming on the back drop of the fact say now he score and he beats the reigning champions. So you get that mentality in mind. You get that clearly. So in the final scene, in football they say the player is as good as his last game. He's good as his last game. Even before he scored that goal, you see the number of attempts he made. We say keep the defense busy. So now if they're able for team up, not dictating to the technical team, but just give me small technical knowledge you get, turning them up, yeah, and then you get the very good wingers where you business that will dribble the ball, float the ball, let the area affect and affect for themselves. Now Augustus Cabu is back. We now with Jem at the moment. He missed the last match, thankfully won, but now he's back. So in the final say we approach this game with different level, different mentality, having in mind that what we don't win this game here, likely he could don't put with 77 points with Zambia. Because me believe you will get that.
Ivory Coast they beat Zambia.
Ivory Coast no go afford
qualify it.
Yes, that one they're not gonna afford for loss 2 back-to-back as defending champion. And it demoralize the stand very, very bad. That is one angle. Second angle, they go on for beat Zambia for let them qualify. So the last match when they play, they go play with no pressure. But if you go out and go draw, the last match at home, you go for play under serious pressure and they don't want that. So put them factor they all together. I believe say we have something to play for and we have to be very aggressive.
Yeah, well, Amidu Karimdo releasing 25-man squad for the game. The 2 matches them Chad and against Chad and Zambia. I've been the goalkeepers there, Mohamed M. Kamara, Isaac Koka and Francisco Uma are the goalkeeper them for the 2 matches them. For the defenders we get Steven Kolka, we are the skipper or captain, we get Abdul Kabia, Emmanuel Samadia, Nathaniel Jallo, Yemi Dunia and Salih Tarawali. For the midfielders then we get Alusan Koma, we are twin, Ibrahim Chouye, Teis Fona, Ibrahim Silla, Abu Dumbuya, Mustafa Bundu, Rodney Michael and Sulaiman Kaikai. Then the forward them we get Amadou Bakayoko, Joshua Koma. We also get Augustus Kabo, we get Moses Touye. We also get Ali Conte, we get Issa Kalon, Alhaji Kamara, and the one and only Kai Kamara will all return from retirement. What in Kai Kamara in presence would mean to the squad?
A presence could mean more motivation to young boys. In presence could mean say we need for increase we go tally. Considering the fact that Kai is now on record as the all-time second goal scorer at the MLS League in America, and so it come from that background. Kai also they come from the background knowing fully well that the last nations come nine score and qualify we. So it come with a lot of historical facts we attack to her. And normally we player don't go, you don't hang a boots, and then he gets a call for comeback. It's like the nation be the call for say do you help we? We need you help we. And so again, all of these factors when they play now in mind. I don't go off from New Star for almost a year from the Nations Cup. I know they play for New Star, and now they don't come in for comeback. So I therefore can prove to them and say yes, me a valuable asset, me an invaluable asset to this team, me an invaluable asset to Sierra Leone. Therefore I can contribute in my own way. And this way is to play and win for them so that we can qualify to the Nations Cup. So Kai presence to the squad for me it means a lot. It means we therefore get more experience in the team again. It means we therefore get more more attacking options, if I can put it that way. Because as it is now, if Kano be inside the square, whether for me the pointed 9 after Bakayoko, no one.
No, usually Ali Conte.
Yes, Ali Conte is a pointed 9. I can't discredit him. I cannot discredit him. But if you talk about the exposure, the experience, Kai is still there. So now, even if there is a knock, there is any other thing will happen. If this is football, I don't know which game somebody just come up from the tournament losing up and then pick injury, go back, the name will play.
Yes.
So now, if something happen, we now know say we have options from the upfront. So Kai in presence for me is a welcome news, considering the fact that even that in league where he play, say what he may have for say that league they play and that he advanced pass we league there. Because you are playing week in, week out, and you play against the best set of players who don't make the name across the world in different leagues. Don't all go assemble and want to play the game. And that's in the league he score week in, week out, week in, week out, he score. Consistently they score. So a car one for me is an added advantage, especially on the upfront and to the technical team, which I believe say I always say one thing. Say what you want to say about Kai, but when Kai wear that vest, he enter that pitch and again best. This is something I have recorded. The first time I traveled with Leon Star, it was 2016. Now Ivory Coast, Abuaki. When they play against Ivory Coast, now we go never for qualify. Kai was dropped out of that squad.
Yes.
It was is it Ahmed Kanu?
Yes.
It was Ahmed Kanu personally say no, I need Kai inside the squad.
Yes.
After the team don't go, they send Kai a ticket from USA, he go Abidjan. The same hotel we sleep at Abidjan, that was the same hotel. Now when they take flight to go join the team. It's in for a day. Now net to join the team. The only goal who scored inside that goal was scored by Kai. So say what he want to score, say what he want about Kai. But when Kai entered the pitch and they give 110%, that quality they give more. I really get that quality. I remember who get the 4-4 draw against Nigeria, who go issue the car up, you get this quality game. And they always turn the opponent team for the last 3 matches so they don't play. It's not he watch Nigeria for the last 3 matches so they don't play. He watch on EU. Then he go project, he call the company, they say okay watch. You number 2 they play 2. This is the defender, this is the striker. This is how he plays. The last 3 games they don't play, he scored 2 goals. That's what he use for score. So it tell them he get that quality there. It study the opponent for the last 3 games they don't play. The defensive line, the scoring ability, but he get out a combination around the colleagues. So for me, I think Ikawa is good and it's a welcoming one. So with the wish I say he will get a very good game.
So everything will be the package. You say Silent qualified. It will be the package. Everything will mean for football again at this country. Silent qualified to AFCON 2025 in Morocco. Okay,
so it's not if we will qualify. I'm not I'm very optimistic, I'm not pessimistic. So the issue of if, we let the vote if.
Okay.
So when I don't qualify, it means football as this country don't begin develop, don't begin improve. It means they compete at the highest level of continental football. In terms of what's going to be the package, I would not say that here. Because my office will not meet, will not take decision, and I don't even know, as I always, waiting could be the bigger, waiting the boss will say. So until that is clearly communicated to me, I cannot commit myself on that. But when they qualify, it means we don't even take football very serious. It means we don't take football to another level. Remember I said the under 20 don't qualify for the first time for the Morocco again 2025. We didn't get play the under 20 AFCON.
Yes.
Yeah. And recently under 17 go, but they don't do well. When I'm saying don't do well, then they are eliminated.
Yeah.
The female team. So it means we don't begin to take football very serious more than before.
Before the wrap up, I just go on our Facebook page. I get some comment there. Joseph Wakliman Said, they say good analysis from Eric. We hope for the best in the All Africa Games. Augustine Prosperity, they say good plans, Eric, but most times all these plans will be on paper and will not be implemented. Hope this will not be like that. They say bringing Kai to the Leon Star squad is a good news, but however, we hope he focus on the 2 matches and qualify the country rather than him concentrating on petty things that will put the camp in hot waters. He also is a very promising squad. We hope that the technical team do a careful and technical selection that will earn us the much needed victory and subsequent qualification to AFCON.
Alright, somebody say most of their plan is on paper, they achieve. So I don't talk about some where they're achievable. Yes. I don't talk so don't give University of Sierra Leone $11,000 as kickstart. This is not we they can't do this. The actual has been done. has been completed. So most of the things in the world they say, some will not achieve it. If I don't tell you, say we don't send 4 of the staff that in China, then they do capacity building. They are there now as I speak. So this also like say that next month and next year. Yes, I agree. Say a very few then they will a title budget for next year. And with next year budget 2025, you know they focus too much of competition. The only competition that we get for focus on na statutory competition. Will they qualify for Nations Cup? Because that will capture that they say because we don't put an say we go for qualify. Okay. So when they qualify, the budget is already captured there. We also put an say with the we are in the ongoing qualification to the World Cup. Apart from that, we will not put any major international competition. We target for next year now for go into infrastructure, serious infrastructure at this country for sports. So in the final say 60 years after independence, we don't still get indoors in this country. So you when they play basketball, when they play tennis, when they play this, if not really season, they go to no sign on for go to. So you don't for sit down for 6 months, you don't need to train until dry season can before you begin go to. So which is why we don't work with the Ministry of Tourism for let the green land. Now Aberdeen basketball, the leader process, official consent for me the first ultra modern sporting indoors for us in this country. And by next year, with the hope for target 8 facilities across the country. One for plant 1 at the east part of the country, plant 1 at the west part of the country. That will take 1 each at the regional headquarters, making it 8. That one has been captured in our budget, which is why we go do feasibility tour assessment. You're not going to put down if you don't do assessment. So now if you ask you about the status of certain places in this country, we'll tell you say this is a facility and so it is, this facility and so it is. You cannot get that if you don't have a comfort zone, if you don't at the office. You have to go out there to see, to verify for yourself. And based on that, I call the present Minister of Finance, we give them all the pictorial evidence. For example, go Kenua, look at the basketball court, look at the turf field. The only provision that that turf field will play football. No other provision on there for the other sport. And we know to Ministry of Football, we are Ministry of Sports. So in the field, the football people that don't go take the field, they don't make them fine, they don't put artificial turf, they don't make inner perimeter fence, they don't put floor where they play game and net. Then we get a vast land where they go. That land they will be able to develop and for big provision for more than 4-5 other sports there. We're going to play there. That is where we have to focus. If you go Bo, you go McKinney, you go Port Loco, they have similar challenges. So all things you see are more football. Provision only for the other sport there. What do we do? As an agency with in charge of sports, that is where we budget get for focus next year. So one for insurance, if you're gonna Kenba, the Kenba City Field, we will do extension. What side we will get 4 tracks where people that go do athletics. So you all can play football player, you want to go do athletics, go do make provision for volleyball, make provision for basketball, make provision for tennis. That is our hope, and which is why next year no activity that we money for concentrate more. Couple with the fact we also have for buy equipment. So some of the equipment is very expensive. Let's go to boxing. One boxing to get that money from the boxing association for buy boxing. No. So if one boxing go do well in international competition, they don't get standard ring. How do you expect them? So if they go, they don't do well, do you have to blame them? Certainly you cannot blame them because the infrastructure not there. Which is why we want to focus it by next year, and next year we budget you really get for focus on infrastructure. So I'm not surprised next year when I get for the NSA, they go all over this country in terms of infrastructure. They will say NSA don't begin this project here, they don't give this contract to this, they don't give this contract to this, because it has been captured in our budget. Once it is approved, next year they'll get for consented.
Alright, so before we can wrap up, I just stay on our back say Sierra Leone they play then 2 Nations Cup, the remaining Nations Cup matches on the 13th and the 19th of this month. Well, they play Chad inside Ivory Coast, and of course Eric, you will agree with me say and a neutral ground for both teams. Even though Chad the host, because they say no the host in the country. so na blessing for Sierra Leone.
Sure, very sure.
Even though Sierra Leone said they host the match in Liberia, but in closer to Sierra Leone.
And we don't use anymore.
Yes, and even like Sierra Leoneans and plenty in Liberia.
Of course.
People can just a stone throw for just going to Liberia, win an advantage as well for Sierra Leone, we then get focused Zambia. So 7 p.m. on the 13th. When on Wednesday, Sierra Leone will play Ivory Coast. Then on the 19th, when at 4 p.m, Sierra Leone will host Zambia. And then 2 matches, then if Sierra Leone win, of course, you know, technically, mathematically,
Ishmael, this is not if. This condition I already I want to comfortable to.
Well, me and the same.
No, but you're Sierra Leone, we're in the same position. Every Sierra Leone will not qualify.
I mean, as Sierra Leone.
No, but you are not presenting for outsider, you are presenting for Sierra Leone.
I know.
So if you know, so when they qualify, there's no crime for this. You are Sierra Leone. We are discussing Sierra Leone concept.
Me emotion right now.
No, this is about emotion. This is about fact. This is about opinion and fact.
Meanwhile, Sierra Leone qualify.
So why talk about?
Be careful.
No, you are not speaking to Nigerians.
Next year, Sierra Leone get 6 games there for playing at the World Cup qualifiers.
We are fully aware. And
so, on our also get for make sure see them games in the Sierra Leone, because for now, Sierra Leone we don't lost I think 2 games, so we don't do win one. Or one. We never play.
We win one, we do one, we lost one.
Exactly. We never play Egypt inside March. We never play Guinea-Bissau inside September. We never play Ethiopia inside September. We never play Burkina Faso inside October. We never play Djibouti inside October as well. I think getting games in the about 5 games away side we never play. We not for be busy football calendar again for NSA.
We are very aware, and I mean before the present budget, we capture all the statutory game name. We call it statutory game name because if anyone the way not go play, I mean they attract a fine. Though not to we directly to the FA, but it will also get a ripple negative effect on we as an institution with the money sports and to the country image as well. And we're not going for good, which is why we capture them and we budget clearly. They are there, in addition to the Nations Cup, because like I say, you don't get to allow Nations Cup for qualify before you go put on the budget. It has to be well planned for ahead of time. So we don't capture say we go for qualify for Nations Cup. If we go for qualify, it is our hope for play from group stage to the final. So you get for capture, you get for the projection, you capture all that in the budget. So with that time they don't go for begin say this, they don't for begin say this. It is captured already. Now we go for qualify, we go for go to final. Yeah, just like what we do the previous one. So I think we're on a good track, without the right footing.
So for this Nations
we are well supervised and superintended by Dr. Ishmail Saidu Kanu.
So for this Nations Cup, we don't get money for the game because we in social media say money not there for the games here. So even the last games then the money government not been paid. So it's not the situation.
Okay, so Liam Star Games, like I say, Liam Star is a property of the government and the people of Sierra Leone and get them. And that property they not all be able to go take care of them together, which is why you get people with the manager on a day-to-day basis. When at the Sierra Leone Football Association, where the responsibility actually that for football business in this country. So and Liam Star has always consistently, uninterruptedly provide funding support for Liam Stars, especially under the dispensation of retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. Liam Star always get funding support, including the one that said we not to start to just to go play friendly matches. Now we all man is let government not give money again for friendly matches. So it has always been like that and it will continue to be like that.
Okay. Alright, well, before we go now, we go now with the left side, small talk the English Premier League. Today we get Wolves versus Southampton at 3 p.m. West Ham versus Everton the same time. Brentford and Bournemouth the same 3 p.m. Crystal Palace versus Fulham at 3 p.m. So we get 4 matches we get for play this 3 p.m. and at 5:30 we get Brighton and Man City. Wow, Brighton and Man City. We know say Brighton can always give them big money, run for the money. And at 8 p.m. we get another game 8 o'clock today. When Liverpool versus Aston Villa, another very big game. We all know say Aston Villa they progress right now from last year. In fact, so when Unai Emery come, we see Aston Villa they do very well playing at the Champions League, even though they lost the first game, they 100% record. We don't go na the Champions League because then they did na the top. Then Liverpool now then lost that game there because of one penalty. We be very very controversial. But then ever play Liverpool inside Anfield at 8 p.m. And tomorrow we get 4 matches there. We get Man United versus Leicester. We know say Man United being one up Leicester 5-1 and 5-2 na the Carabao Cup. What they call League Cup. Then we play at 2 p.m. tomorrow. We get for Nottingham Forest and Newcastle. Another fine match. We see Nottingham Forest then coach, then player Chris Wood then grab the Premier League manager and player of the month respectively. Tottenham and Ipswich get for play at 2 p.m. tomorrow. And the big game tomorrow, Chelsea they host Arsenal. Arsenal for the past 2 weeks it don't be very very tough for them. They don't win no matches. In the last 5 matches they don't win none. So they therefore be a tough one again because they go play inside Stamford Bridge. And Chelsea so far we see how they done the revive the status, now the Premier League with the new coach where they get now the system. So far so good. All this we get forget for now today, but before they go, we take one for left with Fambulem as we expect the youngsters for qualify.
Alright, thank you very much. So I go for continue for say thank you to Sierra Leoneans for believing in the activities of the National Sport Authority, and we also have assured them say we'll continue for provide the required and necessary statutory mandates as stated for sport development in this country. We also want to tell them thank you for their continuous and resilient support for the new stars, regardless whatever status. And we also have to accept genuine criticism, because sports they go with criticism. That's it. I mean, when you win, all they glorify you. But when you lost or you draw, especially when you're not supposed for loss or draw, you can forget that clash. And that clash, it can help the one the way they before for take certain positive decision and moving forward. So also have for telling thank you for their constructive criticism, and they one for say let them continue for support the new stars, especially in the home match against Chipolopolo boys on Zambia on the 19th and the SKD Stadium Monrovia. We that game and I for seal the qualification. We want to see a little go in their numbers, so we could all win and we would return home. Where a warrior don't go and the world front, we don't conquer it. And we the car. That joy, that pride we the car with. That is how let's say learn be part of like who qualify in Guinea. I mean, that's the longest journey I've ever embarked on. We left Guinea for morning. We could not arrive in Freetown at the stadium up to 10 p.m.
Yes.
So that is the kind of journey. Because when they qualify,
that they go feel them because celebration.
That is what we are saying.
People in the waka from.
And that is why we are calling on Sierra Leone for let them be part of that pomp and pageantry celebration.
No, I think say if the Chad game has
no, it's not if. And listen to this one. This is not the question of if.
Well, I'll take me time. If Chad lost that game, so I don't win that game.
Okay, when Chad they lost it. In fact, who would beat Chad? They are not only losing; would they beat them?
Yes, I think that is a very important springboard for the Leon Stars. If everybody go on for good idea.
Well, certainly again, it might not be everybody, but good number go on good idea.
You want me everybody? I need to for me the one whole country, but good numbers.
That is it. And that's really what we look forward to, which is why we got for send a very strong signal against Chad that we mean business. As soon as Zambia go down know that before they can go down be careful small. They will say no, these guys will have to be careful there. But there's no two way about Zambia. We're going for beat Zambia. I'm telling you this one. I'm telling you this one and there's no two way for qualify. Because then two games they plus or minus we must get 3 points. If you get 3 points out and you don't get 7 points.
For the MPP and for cover the games now
that's what we are saying, not only you, for everyone that's serious journalist.
No, me that's all for myself.
Yeah, that is what we are saying. In fact, not only you, even the supporters will get for go. Begin to look at your flight ticket, begin to book your accommodation, because the game I think January.
No, June now.
Yeah, June now. Okay, they don't push out to June now.
Yes.
And then for me, so they don't give more ample time for the people that prepare.
In fact, around December now.
Yes. So
around December, things don't change the time.
So we get for qualify. This is not, there's no two way about this. We get for qualify. So they quite say and for them come on board, so that together we all will share the happiness, the victory, and all the good things around the team.
Alright, thank you very much for coming now with Studio TV.
Thank you very much, Ishmael. It's a pleasure, and we'll continue for Kaya, especially when we don't qualify for Kaya back for the post.
Of course, we'll get man and also like for come again and tell we how we gonna do, we'll make you qualify.
Now unity now we do, just like what they talk so now. Come mobilize people, unity. You know, say unity is strength.
Exactly.
I mean, we'll all come together as a Sierra Leone, as a nation, as a people. We can able for even bring the mountain down. Okay. But when we are divided, we cannot. So, which is why one for say thank you to the technical team for bringing in this. Again, now just throw light on this. I don't see a lot of people don't raise concern, which is genuine concern. Why they not call Alassane? Why they not call the Bobona Christian Palace, Mustafa, Eric Mustafa, Hindolo? You know, this is why I have to say thank you to them player today. When the technical people want for invite them player today, most time they ask their opinion. We want for send invitation, are you match fit? So some of them honestly they will say, coach, drop me out of the squad and I'll still recover it. I mean, I have to say,
so they're genuine.
Yeah, you go for tell thank you, because you know, so we go for campus, you go for get match appearance. Whether you play or not play, you go for get match appearance. Some other people, they will you know go know, they will say, okay, yeah, I can wait, they can after training, they begin show problem, they say, you know, I'm not going back fit, but already don't come. You go for gear, waiting, you go for gear. You don't pay, you don't buy tickets, we don't waste money. So for let somebody say, no, let me out of this. I don't really get match fitness. I mean, it take brave, it take courage. For me, we need for tell the thank you. And for so that might be the reason why you see most of them play than me. Otherwise, no coach no go left the best player when they go play a game when they determine for qualify. No go left them out. But it is at the end of the call and football team. When it's not there, other one be there. Augustus Campbell was not there, he was replaced and we have a winning. And that not mean say he not good though. But because he was not there, somebody came in and that person do what they do. Before this time we get Usman Kake now. The last week we will see Kake, we dey see now Nathaniel. We Oman Nathaniel said don't prove now to say and they say no, mean a better option. So that is about football. Somebody they just like way they present.